Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and we are here with week 2 of the NPA, and we are going up against the Exception and the Tampa Bay Luxrays. So this is pretty much the matchup that you see on the screen right here. I had to do a post-com again because my capture card thing still wasn't working, but I actually got it fixed after this, so it's pretty cool. But I'm just gonna talk about his full team that he could have possibly brought. He could have brought Kingdra, Pelipper, Thunderous, Bronzong, Shaman, Snorlax, Heracross, Zoroark, Mega Swampert, Kabutops, and what's that thing called? Tokenimaru. So before I actually get into the match, and I just want to say thank you again to Goffies for joining my team and all that good stuff. Bill with the great GFX, and then Hera and Polymac for helping me build this week, which was pretty helpful. I had the team pretty much done, but they helped me kind of fill in a few little things at the end that I was kind of iffy about. So as you do look at the team here, I bring my Raikou, Mega Lopunny, Palossand, Greninja, and Tangela. So this is the third time I actually played the Exception. I don't know if he remembers, but we played each other twice in P4G, and we're 1-1. So I beat him and then he beat me, so trying to get that revenge here. But I had a pretty cool team. So Raikou was Assault Vest, so we can take on Thunderous, take on Shaman a little better. We have Mega Lopunny just Adamant because my team is Mega Lopunny fast enough to run Adamant and just kill everything. And then we have Palossand. Palosand's here to take on. He had Heracross that I could take on pretty easily, and he also has Snorlax that we can also take on pretty easily. And it's a good way to stop Thunders from Volt switching if I have to, but I'm more physically defensive, but I do have a Cobra Berry just in case he's running Dark Pulse or anything like that. And then we have Greninja, which is a really good set this week's choice spec because I can kind of lock myself into a move and do a lot of damage. So I have Scald, I have Surf, I have Dark Pulse, I have U-Turn, I believe, and then I think Ice Beam. I think it was Ice Beam that I also had for that Shaman. But once pretty much Snorlax is a little bit weakened, Greninja just rips through his team, so it's kind of the plan there. Try to whittle down Snorlax a little bit as much as I can and get up rocks as soon as possible because Lopunny and Greninja are really gonna benefit from rocks, so that's where Palossand comes in to set up rocks and things like that. We have Tangela because he did have a Mega Swampert, nothing was extremely scary, and now since it's not here, Tangela can actually handle Snorlax, which is pretty awesome. And we had a Suicune that was set to handle Kingdra because Kingdra is really scary. If he had like a Z-move Kingdra, I could tear to my team every time he has Rain Up and things like that. And Tangle actually had knockoff because I was seeing maybe I can knock off some items, either a Choice Scarf on Shaman, Leftovers, or a Berry on Snorlax. I'll do some damage to Bronzong, knock off Damp Rock if Pelipper's in front of us or anything like that. So it's Tangela's pretty cool here, and hopefully Suicune can actually help us against that Kingdra. I'm kind of gonna go through this fast because I am leaving to go to Texas tomorrow, guys, for my brother's wedding, so I'm trying to get this video done. It's kind of late, and I just want to get it done. Make sure everything's recording. Awesome. So we're gonna start the game here, as you can see here, and I believe I do lead with Raikou because I could just Volt Switch since he doesn't have anything that can resist the Volt Switch. And I kind of had a feeling he might start with Pelipper, and I do believe I think he starts with Pelipper, or he starts with Bronzong actually, I think. Yeah, he starts with Bronzong, which is perfectly fine with me, because I can take any hit and I'm Volt switching out anyway, so it was more for momentum to kind of see what I can switch into. And I actually go into Palossand because I wanted to set up rocks, and that was really important. Palossand's not going to do a whole lot because Heracross is in here, so it's kind of free to do whatever it wants to do. And he actually goes for Shadow Ball. So that's 2 weeks in a row where someone predicted my Palossand coming in with a Shadow Ball. Crazy. Is it that easy to read? I didn't think Palossand was that easy of a switch in, but I don't really care. I didn't do that much, and I'm just going to set up my rocks. Like I said, Palossand doesn't do a lot. All it is here to take on Heracross, and it's not here, so I can just play around with it. He goes for Toxic, which was perfectly fine. It's kind of weird he stayed in with Bronzong because it's one of the only few checks he has for Lopunny full health, so kind of weird because one Shadow Ball would have done a good amount, but he put up rocks. And here I didn't expect him to stay in. I was expecting him to go into Snorlax because, you know, Shadow Ball's pretty easy, so I click Toxic. So he switches. Let's see if he goes into Snorlax. and he does. So that was a good play on my part. Clicking Toxic there was really good. I felt a lot more awake this game for sure than I did week 1. Week 1 I was really tired, and this week I woke up and I was ready to battle. So I was hoping I would make some better plays around here, but he goes into the Snorlax, and it's really good to get it Toxic because, like I said, whittling this thing down for Greninja to just click Dark Pulse is gonna be one of the ways we could win. So Toxic on there is awesome. We see leftovers, so it's not a curse set or anything like that, but we're gonna go into our Tangela 1 gram and hopefully kick some booty. Let's see if we can take this return. Let's see if it's adamant or anything like that. Yeah, that did nothing. So Tangela easily shuts that in here. And here I believe I do go for the knockoff just because I want to take off this leftovers for Snorlax, because then he's not getting any health back whatsoever, even though Toxic's kind of neglecting that. Knockoff is just an easy play here. He actually goes into his Pelipper, which is great because we can knock off a Damprock if it does have it, and if he doesn't have it, then Kingdra's not as useful because it's not going to have the rain as long. But we're going to go for knockoff. Bam, and we knock off his Damprock. So that's a huge move. That's exactly why I wanted to go for put knockoff on Tangela, because of that situation where I can click knockoff and knock off these things Damprock, which is pretty good. And here I just go into my Raikou because it is AV and pretty bulky, so we're gonna eat up this Hurricane really easily. I didn't expect him to go for Scald or anything like that, and he actually gets a confusion on us. So I'm gonna click Volt Switch here, and if we hit the Volt Switch, then we're gonna get really good momentum on his team. And if we don't hit, we're gonna be, depending on his Kingdra, say a little bit scary. But you're gonna see here, Raikou does fight through it and hits the Volt Switch. Awesome. So we get some decent damage on the Kingdra here. Took that pretty well. Raikou's not super strong this week. It's just bulky. So I didn't expect it to do that much anyways. But we brought in Suicune, and all we really have to do is eat up this Dragon Pulse and just click Ice Beam. So I do have a Rest Chestoberry Suicune, because just in case he brought the Draco Meteor or just regular Draco Meteor with Life Orb, we could have done a lot to Suicune. But he actually only bought Dark Pulse, I guess the only thing that could hit me with. So I was pretty happy with that because it's not doing that much, and I can easily eat it up, chip it away with Ice Beam, and just keep doing that repeatedly until I kill it. And he's gonna go for a Dragon Pulse here, and I click Rest here just in case he is a Z Dragon Pulse and wanted to click it there after this turn and kill me. I didn't want that to happen because he's still in rain and he can still do some damage to my team, so I click Rest. Since I do have Resto Chesto, which pretty much, you know, it's a no drawback play at all because I'm gonna be back to full health, and he's almost dead. So I need, what, 2-3 more Ice Beams, I believe, and I'll be able to take out this Kingdra. And one, I say probably the biggest threat to my team will be out of the way, which is really awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. Here he's gonna go for another Dragon Pulse. I'm gonna click Ice Beam after that, and the only way this Ice Beam can kill is with a crit, and we are gonna get a crit, which didn't really matter. He would have chipped away my Suicune a little bit more if he didn't get critted, but throughout the game it's not really gonna matter that health on Kingdra at all, so it's not really that bad. Here he goes into Thunders. This thing's pretty scary, you can't let it set up. I decided to switch anyways though, because Palossand was actually a pretty easily switching, because Dark Pulse actually wouldn't even do that much to Palossand because of the Cobra Berry. And I could always revenge it with Lopunny and things like that, so I wasn't really too scared about it if it did set up a nasty plot or anything like that. But he actually makes a double and switches into Pelipper. I'm not really sure why. As I go into my Palace, I don't know if he was reading that, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure why he switched out. But I'm gonna switch out of my Palossand, go into my Suicune, and take the Scald pretty easily. I was about to stay in my Palossand thinking he might go for Defog to defog my rocks, and I was just gonna keep clicking rocks because they were really important, but I was like, I don't think he has Defog. I have a feeling he doesn't have it. So I just decided to stay in with Suicune. To switch into Suicune. Here, I'm gonna have a little cheeky tech, and I do have that HP Electric to kill this Pelipper. I clicked it just in case he did have Defog, and I didn't want the rocks to be defogged away. Just in case, like I said, I don't think he had it, but just in case he did have it. And now my Suicune, as you see, that health didn't really matter. That extra health didn't really matter on my Suicune because Shaman's gonna come in and just bop this thing with a Sea Flare. So Shaman was another very scary mon, but playing just with my offense and finding out if this thing was scarfed or not was really key. So I'm gonna go into Tangela here as my speed queen goes down. And I'm gonna click knockoff just in case he is scarfed or specs or whatever. I'll just know what item he is, so Lopunny and Greninja are free to come in. He goes for Seed Flare. He does get a special defense drop here, which is kind of bad because the second Seed Flare could actually kill me. But it's all good, truthfully, because after I knock off its Metal Plate, I'm just gonna go into Palossand, sack that, and then go into, I believe, Lopunny, so I can fake out and return. I believe that's what I wanted to do. So let's see. This thing drops to Seed Flare, of course. And let me just 1 second. Alright, let me see. Okay, so this thing drops. Sorry about that. Let's check this out. So this thing drops. Like I said, I'm gonna go into Lopunny. And this Shaman really did some damage to my team, killed Coon and Palossand, but from here I think my offense can actually beat the Shaman. I just can't let it rest up or anything like that if it has rest, which I actually expected it to have rest. I just can't let that thing rest up. But here I just go for Fake Out because a Fake Out in return will actually kill the Shaman. So I went for that. And Bronzong comes in. And then Fake Out actually does a good chunk here, as you're going to see. Bam. And that's because we get another crit. Again, I don't really think it matters. He has the leftovers. I don't think it mattered that much. But I'm going to switch into my Greninja here. I was a little scared to switch into it just in case he had Thunderbolt, but Thunderbolt didn't even kill me. So I was like, yeah, it's not really a drawback play at all. He's gonna come in here. He's gonna click Gyro Ball, and from this damage, I actually saw that his Bronzong is full attack minus speed because that Gyro Ball did a lot more than it was supposed to. So then I noticed that it's not fully bulky. It probably only has HP investment and then full attack investment. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So this thing can actually get beat pretty easily by Lopunny. So he sacks his Thunders here, which is a pretty good play. Because I guess he had no choice. He could have definitely gone into a Snorlax. I don't know why he didn't go into Snorlax there. Here he goes into Shaman, and I can't kill with what's it called? I can't kill with a Dark Pulse, so I'm gonna go into my Raikou because I am again Assault Vest, and I should be able to eat the Seed Flare pretty easily. He doesn't have Metal Play anymore, so it's not gonna do as much damage, and I should be able to eat it pretty easily. He gets a crit, really doesn't matter, because I'm gonna hit Signal Beam here, and I should be able to live another Earth Power unless he gets another crit. So it depends on that. So he goes for Seed Flare. He's gonna get the special defense drop this time, as you are gonna see. Again, doesn't matter because I kill him with a Signal Beam, and if he switches out, I just Volt Switch out, and special defense drop doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go for Signal Beam. He switches out because he does need that Shaman, and I'm gonna go for Volt Switch here. I believe I go into... Oh no, I do Signal Beam here. Yeah, I click Signal Beam to try to kill the Shaman, and then next turn I'm gonna click Volt Switch. And instead of going to Tangela, which you might think is like the easy switch in, I'm gonna actually go into Lopunny. The reason I did that was because I calced it and I knew I lived one return because I knew he wasn't banded. Even if he was banded, I would live it. Because the reason I did that is because I don't want to go into Tangela and then he switches back into Shaman at the next turn, and then Shaman can rest up and it can do a lot of damage to my team. I did not want that to happen, so I go Lopunny because I know I can eat this hit and I can click Drain Punch, either kill this thing or do a lot of damage to his Bronzong. So that's exactly what I did. I think that was a pretty good play because Shaman resting up would have been really bad against my team. I think I still could have won, but I would have to sack a few things, and that would have not been good. So I'm gonna click Drain Punch here. Of course, he's gonna switch into Bronzong. Why not? And this Drain Punch actually does a good chunk. I think it was a roll. I could have possibly 2-hit KO'd him. And I think I lived a Gyro Wall, but I have a Greninja in the back, and I think there's no drawback play to just switch into Greninja and then just proceed to click Dark Pulse. So we're gonna see here, Greninja's gonna come in. The Frog of Death, the Frog of Justice, Greninja, one of my favorite mons. And he actually clicks Protect, so that was kind of interesting. He probably thought I was gonna click High Jump Kick, which makes sense, but I didn't have to risk that. I didn't even have High Jump Kick either, so. So it's gonna click Protect again, I don't know why, because Dark Pulse is gonna kill. I am Choice Spec, so I'm just gonna click Dark Pulse. Choice Break Greninja is pretty much gonna wipe out this Bronzong in one shot easily, and he can't really switch in. If he switches into Shaman, it dies. Switches into Snorlax, depending on his investment, it might die. So bam, Bronzong goes down. Greninja gets his second kill of the game because it did kill Thunders with a Dark Pulse. In comes Snorlax. Depending on his investment, I think even without with any investment, I mean with max special defense, it will die. But here comes Greninja, wipes out the Snorlax, and then In comes Shaman. And of course Shaman is not Scarf like we said, and if it was Scarf, the Scarf would be gone because of the knockoff. So Greninja just cleans up here, gets 4 kills in the match, and Greninja is now 6-1. So Greninja kicking up for us. If Greninja didn't get these 4 kills, then Lopunny would have got the last 3 kills. So it was either Greninja or Lopunny getting the kills. So pretty much between that. And that's pretty much the battle, guys. So Greninja tears through his team. I think we played really well, to the point where we just set up the end game really nicely and we won 4-0, so it's pretty cool. I hope you guys did enjoy the battle though. I'm kind of going through this kind of quick because I have to do something, but that was a good battle. Greninja teared through the team and we're pretty happy about that. So I hope you guys did like the game. Give a like and subscribe because Greninja says tear through his team. Next week we are going up against my good friend Kyle A. Hopefully that's going to be a good match. And that's it. And we do a few transaction, guys, so you're gonna see next week. I'll probably do that video. Like I said, I'm gonna be gone from my brother's wedding, so I can't do anything after, I can't record anything when I leave. But I should be recording stuff after that. I'm gonna do a transactions video because we do a transaction start for week 3, so I can show you guys what I did, what trades I did, and all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. We win week 2, and that's something really needed, especially against someone in our conference. So thank you for that. Thank you guys. Like always, I love you guys, and see you next time. Peace out.
Thank